Hello, welcome to True Guidance Tarot. My name is Adriana. I'm an intuitive reader, and today I have a message for the water signs. This is for Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Really big, deep, important message for you this week. And I also wanted to just tell you thank you for spending some time with me today. I'm so happy you're here because I do absolutely love channeling these messages for you. And it is my greatest wish that you find them very helpful and supportive as well, because especially this week, this is big stuff going on. We have got the Three of Wands for the situation, and how you're going to feel about it is, or the way you're going to respond to this energy is the Seven of Cups. I'll just quickly show you the rest and we'll talk about it. We've got the Devil on one side going into the Eight of Pentacles, and then rushing to meet that is the Ten of Swords. So everything is converging towards that middle. Before we get started, we are really talking about you you having lots of courage. They just said something about, just really having balls this week, being very courageous. And because you're going someplace new, you're going someplace that you haven't tried before. And this is a place that you know in your heart is the right direction, the right step forward, the right, it's what your heart's been asking you to do, the direction you've been feeling compelled to go, and you're finally going. This card is really interesting because you see she's walking on a bridge, but there's no, the bridge stops here. But she's brave and she trusts that as soon as she puts her foot down, that step is going to appear. And this is a huge leap of faith. This is the courage they're talking about, that you know you're doing the right thing. You know that you're going on the path that your soul is asking you to do. You know that you're trying to line up with your higher self. And you're not sure where your foot's going to land, but you trust and keep going. That's what's being asked of you now. However, the Seven of Cups here, you're actually kind of denying that. You're denying this whole process. You're kind of like, no, actually, I might try this or I might try that. And actually, no, this looks interesting over here. You're distracting yourself from this thing that you know you have to do. And the Seven of Cups is it's not a bad card, but the point is that it's ungrounded. And especially in the feeling I'm getting right now, it's just kind of like, ooh, shiny, ooh, squirrel, it's you're not being focused, and it's on purpose because it's terrifying. Taking this step where you don't know where you're going to land, you don't know even what your foot's going to touch. Is it going to touch the ground? Is it going to touch rock? Is it going to touch dirt? Is it going to touch air? What's going to happen? You don't know. And so because of that, it's so easy to distract yourself. And the funny thing is, you think you have things to distract yourself with, and actually there's only one thing you need to be doing. Now, like I said, distractions, denial, the D words, these are not easy words to hear, I understand. And this is where that courage, you almost have to have more courage with yourself than courage with the actual process, because these tendencies to distract and they're saying the word disarm. So when you distract yourself, you're actually stripping yourself of the power that it takes to make your next step on your spiritual journey, on your path. This courageous thing you need to do, whether it's becoming a new role with your loved ones, standing up for yourself, trying that new thing you've always wanted to try, that direction that your soul has been pushing you. When you're distracting yourself so much, you're diverting and, like they said, disarming your power. So you're actually disarming yourself. So it's kind of I really see this now. It's a self-sabotaging thing. Because you're distracting yourself, you're diverting your energy into all these different channels. And then you're like, well, actually, I can't do that thing. I'm too tired. I can't start that art class. I'm too tired. I can't stand up to that person. I'm just too tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to do it. And so you're doing this on purpose. You're distracting yourself on purpose so that you can't show up to do what's being asked of you. That's what we've got here, the devil, the self-sabotage. And you are so intent. The Eight of Pentacles represents dedication, really getting your head down and working hard. You are so intent on distracting yourself that this pattern is very strong. That's why we have the devil show up. On the other side, though, we've got the Ten of Swords, which is cutting through this pattern, saying, nope, this is done. We are ended. We are not doing this anymore. So this idea of distracting yourself, being dedicated to your distraction, you're in a tug of war with yourself. Part of you wants to continue it, and the other part's like, nope, we're done. And for some of you, it's interesting because when the Ten of Swords shows up, it's that the ending has actually happened in the past. So you've already made a decision on some level that you're not going to distract yourself. But making that decision has terrified you, has put you back in your fear, and you're back to doing this thing with the devil of trying to self-sabotage, saying, no, all these other things need my attention. I've got to do all these other things. I have all these other things to do. There is no other thing to do. It's just this one thing that your soul is wanting you to do. And it's different for a lot of you, but it has to do with standing up in your power, standing up and taking a step forward into your more powerful self than you've been allowing yourself to be. So again, whether this is emotional power by standing up in your truth to someone, whether this is creative power by doing a new project or continuing to do those things that you love to do, it matters and it doesn't matter, because it's this one thing that you're distracting yourself from. That's the one thing you need to be doing. So again, this takes a lot of courage. They're asking you to be wands, which is fire, which is courage, which is passion. You're using your emotions to distract you. You're using all these other things to distract you. And it's a very strong pattern. That's what we see with this Eight of Pentacles and the devil. Okay, but keep in mind that on some level, you've already told yourself you're not going to distract yourself anymore. You're already done. So you've already started to chip away at this negative habit, this negative pattern. So the biggest advice is be brave and walk through this. When you find yourself being distracted, just stop for a second and say, you know what? I don't need to do that right now. Do I need to do this right now? Why do I want to do this right now? Is this taking me away from the thing that I'm supposed to do? Or is it pushing me closer to it? So I guess that's actually maybe a more succinct way. Is what I'm doing right now moving me closer or farther? And then you know exactly what to do in your next moment. So I would love to hear from you. Please comment below or reach out through my website. If you would like to get a private one-on-one reading with me, I am available. You can check out my website, and I have a link in the description below. So I will see you next week, and have a great week.